Hey, Trevor Stevo here again. Doing a quick gun review tonight of the Marlin Model 60. I've been looking for this gun for a while. I had shot ones in the past, never owned one. I've owned different 22s, but never owned a Model 60, and I came across a great deal on a Model 60 in decent shape. As you can see here, this is the gun that I found. Like I said, it was a great deal. It's got a few scuff marks on the stock, and really the barrel was really dry. The whole gun was actually really dry. I had to take it all apart and clean it when I got it. That's probably why it was unloading it so quick and cheap, was each not taking good care of it really. But after good cleaning, everything seemed to function right, so I took it out today and ran about 100 rounds through it, about one whole 100 round box, and came up with some pros and cons for the rifle. I wanted to do a quick review of it. I've seen some reviews on YouTube and really wanted to do my own review. We'll go ahead and start out with the pros. A lot of people have these guns, and you can find them about everywhere. And they have these guns for a reason, because they are reliable. These are very reliable 22. Marlin has a great name for being reliable, and they really earn their reputation as an affordable, reliable firearm. Also, these particular guns, I had shot a Model 60 before I bought this one. And it seemed pretty accurate, and after shooting this one today, I can tell you regular open-sighted 22, they're very accurate. They're very, very accurate for that, in that genre. Need no scope whatsoever. You can pop off and have a great day of plinking, or even small game hunting without having to buy a scope for this little 22. It is very accurate, and it's what I like to call real-world accurate, where you can pull up a okay sight picture and get a good accurate shot off on small game quickly. Another pro to this gun, again, this gun, I have other Marlin 22s as well. I have the 795, which is the same action as this gun, so I'm familiar with the action. And it's a great little action for a rifle. For a 22 rifle. The Model 795 though is a clip feed, and I prefer the clip feed over the tube feed, because this is a tube fed 22. You take the tube out or slide it up, load in your shells, and slide the tube back in, and it feeds them through. As you can see, this gun is open. It is clear. You can see in there. You can see the little red tube feed lip in there, but it is empty. But again, with the 795, you have a clip. I prefer the clip. They're easy to find. 795 clips for the most part. The local gun shop down the road from me has them for about $12 a clip, I think it is. So they are easy to find, and I tend to like those a little better. You can load up a few clips, keep them in your pocket while you're hunting. You can, a day of shooting, it seems to, I don't know if it's a little funner or what, but it's just easier maybe to reload for the most part. So that's a con for me, but some people prefer the tube feeds. So if you're into tube feed rifles, this is a nice little semi-automatic. Another kind of con about the gun though is if you're on a long day of hunting, or if you're like me, you do a lot of coon hunting, nighttime hunting, this gun is pretty heavy. It probably weighs similar to a full-size Ruger 1022. Big wood stock, nice wood stock, but a big heavy wood stock. Got the extra weight of the tube running down basically the entire length of the barrel, except the last little like 3/4 of an inch there. So it has more weight than comparable clip-fed 22s like Marlin's Model 795. That gun, the 795 that I have, weighs probably about half of this particular Model 60, and I've seen some Model 60 aftermarket stocks that would probably lighten this up a lot, but you're again dropping in another $60–70, so it could get expensive to get it as light as the Model 795s. Another con to this rifle that I found was, even though it is accurate, the iron sights on here, and I'm gonna try to get down here where you can see it a little bit better, but the old iron sights on here have an extremely small groove, so it's a little hard to see the lights hitting it funny, but they honestly have a very small little groove in them. And that makes it kind of a difficult sight picture at times. It's kind of difficult to pop right up on. Some of the newer Model 60s, because this is a used one, is a little bit older, I think some of the newer ones have a little bit different, a little bit deeper groove on the sights. So that's probably something they've worked on because of that. My overall opinion on this gun, it is a nice little gun. I don't think it's for me. I think I'm going to stick with the 795 right now, and in the Marlin line anyways, stick with the 795. But the Model 60, I have to say, is a fun gun to shoot. And if you're into just maybe a whole day of plinking where you're not worried about leaving some in the magazine or some in the tube while you're walking around or anything, or one in the chamber while you're walking through the woods, this is a nice little gun. And like I said, it's very accurate, and it has, with the added weight, not that any 22 recoils very much, but with the added weight, it's a great little gun. I think probably be a good gun maybe to load one at a time to start a kid out on, and then as they get older you could always let them load up the tube and fire more, but one at a time you could always load it one at a time and let them shoot. Like I said, it's so heavy, if they rested it on something there'd be no way they felt it. I mean, it just does not move. It's a nice shooting little gun. So my overall opinion of this gun is it is a good little gun, a good little 22. I like it. I really like the lines of it. I think it has great lines. And I guess if there was a better sight on it and it was a little bit lighter, it might replace my 795 or my 1022 as my main coon hunting rifles. But this one's just a little heavier and just a little bit more inconvenient than those, but still a really nice gun. And I wanted to get a review out there because I'm not sure if this is going to be a permanent gun of mine, and I may do some trading with this one. I don't know. But I did want to get a video out there, and I'm going to be doing some more videos. I'd like to do the brother gun, as I'd like to call it, to this one, the 795 that I have, and my trapping revolver, kind of show you guys what I use on the trap line for dispatching, because it is a nice little revolver as well, 22 revolver. So one last look at the Model 60, and it's been Trapper Stevo. Thank you.